Macedonia in English. Just about everything you want to know.
Members of European Parliament concerned by opposition boycott. Members of European Parliament Edward Kukan, Monica Macovei and Toon Kellogg told the Brussels correspondent of news agency MIA that Sadosamo's move only harms Macedonia and moves it away from EU integrations. Kukan believes that the political leaders will show responsibility and that a solution will be found through political dialogue. I am convinced this is possible if there is enough political will, because I think the Macedonian public would like to see its country progressing towards the EU, he explains, adding that he hopes the politicians in Macedonia will respect this will and consider it more important than their concrete political goals. Macovei cited one of her amendments to the EP draft resolution on Macedonia, in which she voiced concern over the events of 24 December and the opposition's boycott of parliament and local elections. I call on the opposition politicians to put an end to the parliamentary boycott, resume dialogue and guarantee normal functioning of parliament along with normal organization of the upcoming local elections, she stressed. Sadosamu-led coalition MPs to return mandates on 24 March. The MPs who are part of the Sadosamu-led coalition plan to hand over the statements confirming they are returning their mandates to the parliamentary archives on the day of the local elections, 24 March. We will hand over the statements which have already been collected and signed once it becomes clear that there is no democracy, that there is no agreement on the political crisis. That day, Parliament will be left without 42 MPs. Sadosamu's Secretary-General Andrei Petrov told the news agency Net Press. Liberal Party MP and leader Ivan Veličkovski told the same news agency that reaching an agreement and a solution to the political situation is more important than the technique to do so. Veličkovski is the only MP of the joint opposition who still hasn't signed the resignation. Dignity leader urges president to prevent appointment of new defense minister. Dignity leader Stoyan Changelov has called on President Georgi Ivanov, as Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, to do everything within his power in accordance with the Constitution and the laws, and to use his full authority to prevent the appointment of Talat Jaferi as defense minister, which Changelov said was a national disaster. We also call on the domestic scientific and expert public, led by the Macedonian Academy of Sciences and Arts, to exert strong pressure for the withdrawal of this shameful choice, which is one of the biggest humiliations of the Macedonian people in the newer history of Macedonia. We are making this appeal on behalf of all Macedonian defenders of 2001, because none of us justifies PM Nikola Gruevski's action. Even the several representatives of associations of defenders formed or close to DPMNE are appalled by this action of the DPMNE president and fully support our demands, Angelov said. Type A flu claims fourth victim. Type A flu claimed the fourth victim in Macedonia. The patient, male at the age of 43, passed away at the infectious diseases clinic in Skopje, informed Valeria Kirova-Urošević, doctor specialist at the clinic. She pointed out that the patient was brought to the clinic on 16 February and passed away on the 17th. He was in a very bad condition and had previous neurologic diseases. Despite all measures taken, the patient passed away, said Dr. Urošević. 3 patients who are in critical conditions are currently at the clinic, and there are several others who have bronchopneumonia. Alliance for the Future to hold convention in Kumanovo. The Alliance for the Future will hold a political convention at the Kumanovo Home of Culture at 12 p.m. on 24 February, exactly 2 months after the Black Monday. This gathering will see the leaderships of the parties from the Alliance from the Future reaffirming before the whole public the basic political principles and positions we will represent in the upcoming period. Our primary goal is to explain to the citizens why this form of political actions and resisting is the only way for the country to overcome the deep political crisis it is in and to start moving in the right direction, SDSM Sigurd Ivanovski said. According to him, on 24 March, all citizens will face their biggest personal and democratic challenge, not to take part in such local elections, to make a personal contribution to the country's future. Ivanovski also added that SDSM leader Branko Crvenkovski decided to use his pension for the party's needs and activities. Finance Minister Stavreski assures debt to companies to be settled by month end. The repayment of states' liabilities to the economy by way of value-added tax return and contracts is proceeding according to plans, and the state will observe the February deadline, Vice PM and Finance Minister Zoran Stavreski told journalists on Wednesday. The debt repayment is proceeding well. It has been reduced to 10 million euro, meaning that 82 million euro have been repaid over the past 5 months. The firm's liquidity has improved, and I believe the deadline by the end of February will be observed, said Finance Minister Stavreski. The government measure was launched in September of last year, with liabilities set to be reduced to zero by the month end. Foreign Minister Popovsky on SDSM leader Crvenkovski name issue comments. Foreign Minister Nikola Popovsky sees no correlation of the internal political state of affairs with the political assessment of the opposition on priorities in the state. According to him, at present the most important thing is to show the will for normal political dialogue within democratic institutions. Commenting SDSM leader Crvenkovski's statement that the opposition will yield demands for early elections in case compromise to the name issue is reached, FM Popovsky noted that the foreign policy priorities are not related to the internal situation, assessing the statement as aiming to create a levy. Further, he qualified the opposition's actions as detrimental for the state as a result of the cease of political dialogue. Diplomatic Corps attends promotion of potentials of Ada Vitaminka. FM Nikola Popovsky took part at the promotion of potentials of the company Ada Vitaminka in terms of the project for promotion of Macedonian export capacities before representatives of the diplomatic corps in the country. Popovsky said that from within the foreign ministry they invest efforts to motivate the diplomats' presence in the country to explore more, to find possibilities and to open new perspectives and markets for investing. More than 20 ambassadors, attachés and representatives of embassies visited the capacities of the plant, which exports 40% of the production. According to director of Vitaminka Sasha Naumovsky, the company, despite exporting to many countries, there are still possibilities for expansion. The visit is useful since there is a promotion of the business cooperation between Macedonia and Netherlands. Netherlands is in disposition to assist the development of the country, Ambassador Marija Schurman said, highlighting that since the beginning of her career in the country, she has always been keen on buying Macedonian products.